Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. It's so wonderful to have you here this morning. If you notice a little bit of noise in the background or the light source moving, the cats are playing with their new hollow tube. They've had it for a few days, but I think they just discovered it. So enjoy the ambiance of kittens playing. If you are new here, welcome in. Go ahead, click that live chat button. Make any requests for your personal healing that you happen to have. If you are returning, welcome back. It's good to see you again. And if you are watching this in the future, hello from the past, you will have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. But if you would like to join me live, go ahead and click the subscribe button. You'll be able to hang out with me anytime. I'm live 5 times a week. You can always request crystals for your healing and just hang out and get some Reiki at the end. So good to see everyone. Jennifer, Grace, and Cora Carr, thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and dive into the grid. Awesome. So I kept a little bit of what we had on Sunday's stream up. We have a mirror in the background that helps to deflect any negative energy. We have pyrite to bring in some beautiful financial abundance. It's also great for intuition and protection, and it also supports the memory. We have copper to help break up any blockages, get the energy moving. Between the copper and the mirror, we have a piece of petrified wood. And that helps us to basically take a different look at transitions, especially in difficult transitions when we're growing and maybe ending in one place of our life and taking on a new role or transitioning into a new phase of our life. This helps remind us that sometimes we have to die as one thing to be born anew as something else. We have pink tourmaline, which is great for unconditional love and women's health, as well as migraines and neuralgia. And peridot, which helps us to break up old patterns and cycles, while also supporting friendships. And it can support you through weight loss if that's your intention. It can also be somewhat helpful for those of us who struggle with depression, me included. So let's go ahead and take some requests and see what else we can add here. Oh, I have some good requests today. I love it. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Healing energy, headache, heart healing. Gotcha. Shungite, selenite, black obsidian. You got it. Black obsidian is a volcanic glass, and this can help us to be present as we move through any kind of trauma or difficult times. It can allow us to move through the things that we need to do while still honoring what we're going through on a very deep personal level. So it's often recommended for things like big shocking change, trauma, things like that. It's also really helpful for grieving, as well as to help calm nervous pets. So that is black obsidian. And we have, the other requests were shungite, selenite. Gotcha. Shungite helps with absorbing lower or less than great energy from our energy field. It's even used as water filtration, actually. You may have it in some of your water filters at home. Shungite can be wonderful for anyone who's sensitive to electromagnetic fields or just other people's energy in general. It can also help with physical recovery and tissue repair, as well as just stress and emotional blockages in general. So we'll go ahead and bring that in. It's a really powerful stone. It can be so helpful. Selenite is one of my favorites. I usually keep this just off camera. It helps to reflect nothing but pure white light, and it's excellent at keeping the energy of crystals really clear. So people often ask me, how do I clear the stones? I don't know which one to do what with. get some selenite and just put the stones on the selenite for a few hours to a couple of days. Makes a huge difference. You don't need to burn anything. You don't need to wait until a full moon or a new moon. You don't have to worry about which stones you can use in water and not. Selenite works great. So let's see. Let's put that here for now, right in the center. Hey, Tales from the Script. Good to see you. Lemurian Smoky Honey. Let's see. Heart healing. I think I'm going to go with Rhodonite. That's what jumped up. Poor sleep and low energy. Gotcha. Rhodonite, excuse me, Rhodonite can help with a broken heart, unrequited love, even to some extent loneliness, but it can also help with grief of love lost in general. It's also great for anyone who is struggling with overcoming having been belittled or even emotionally abused, coming to terms with that, grieving any kind of loss involved in that. Also with allergies, autoimmune stuff, the lungs, with asthma, this can be connected with all of that, as well as balancing the yin and yang in the body. So that's Rhodonite. Heart healing, gotcha. And energy. Lots of folks asking for energy this morning. I'm going to bring in some rutilated quartz, also with the intention that it helps support Korakar's stepfather. Rutilated quartz is basically clear quartz with rutils, in this case clear quartz, with rutils going through it. And these rutils are thought to direct the healing energy exactly where it needs to go, bringing focus in. So it can help focus the mind, connect the mind-body connection so that you can better understand what's going on and feel more in union with yourself. It's also thought to help direct healing energy from any kind of treatment. So this is often seen as a gift for people who are struggling with cancer. The intention being that it help focus the treatments exactly where it needs to go. It's also thought to really be energizing, whether it's keeping us from being run down, or if we are run down and we're trying to be a little less depleted, this can help recharge our batteries. So let's go ahead and place these here. Smoky quartz is great for protection and transmuting energy. If you're looking to make some big shifts, this is a great stone. One in your house that keeps the energy moving, is protective, and helps shift things to something more positive. Smoky quartz is absolutely it. It's great for energy blocks and calming worries in general. So there's smoky. Releasing negativity, yeah. Absolutely feel you on that. Lemurian quartz helps for past healing, whether it's early this life kind of past or even past lives. Even if you don't have any recollection of past lives, this can still help support the healing that's going on between the present and then. This is also learning about ourselves in our self-healing journey and releasing a lot of emotional pain that may be connected to the past, that we may have moved through a lot of things having to do with that past event, but we still have a lot of pain holding on. This can help kind of move that out of our field, making it a little bit easier to process and to just live. Let's actually do... There we go. Let's do those two. Awesome. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bump into the stand there. Honey calcite can help with optimism in challenging times. It can also help with how we relate to others, attracting some wonderful people to meet and get to know, especially if you're doing any kind of networking. It's a wonderful stone to have around. It really helps attract the best kind of people, the most balanced for you. It's also great at attracting love interests too. So definitely, if you're going out on the town, a wonderful stone to have. It also it's thought to support postmenopausal women too, and I just really love it. It's a wonderful stone that helps to warm the solar plexus and sacral chakras at the same time. So who am I? How do I want to hold space and extend myself to connect with others? How do I connect with others without sacrificing myself? This is a great stone for those. So honey calcite. Honey calcite is different than orange calcite or yellow calcite. It's definitely got a different vibe to it. Hey Chris, good to see you. And let's see what else. Poor sleep, low energy. I'm also going to bring in for Grace's headache. I'm going to bring in blue lace headache. Can help with tension headaches. Can also help with anything having to do with the throat, skin allergies, expressing any difficult emotions, whether they're difficult for you to express or they'll be difficult for someone else to hear. Blue lace agate. But yeah, good for tension headaches. And for stress headache, rhodochrosite. This is also great for like mother-child bonding, so inner child type work, as well as heart and the circulatory system, and also anything having to do with connecting in mediumship, especially if you're connecting with ancestors or doing any kind of ancestor work. So this is rhodochrosite, different than rhodonite. Let's go ahead and place some here and here underneath the selenite. There we go. I hope that helps, Grace. Let's see. Poor sleep and low energy. Poor sleep, we can definitely help. So let's do... Definitely want to do some iolite. Let's see where I put my labradorite. Here we go. Iolite is one we use in almost every grid. It's superb for things like getting better sleep, especially if it's energy or that you're not grounding really well. But just in general, it helps sleep. It also helps with connecting in clairvoyance, being able to see our connection to spirit, as well as weight loss and money management, if those are your intentions. I'm going to connect with you, Jen, on that. I may have to push you back a little bit. Something got wrong in my scheduler. I'm so sorry. But I will reach out to you by text. I didn't want to reach out to you too early. But I will talk to you soon. Enjoy. Sick with fever, chills, headaches. Don't know if it's a cold or COVID. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So let's do some... Let's do some moss agate for you. This is thought to help all. Oh, thank you. I'll reach out to you to confirm a time, though. Thank you, Jen. And thank you for your understanding. I super appreciate it. And you. This is moss agate. This helps with all infections and illnesses. In Chinese medicine, it's seen as something that helps anything in the body that has wind. That refers to anything that's spreading quickly throughout the body that is from outside the body. Something like a fungal, bacterial, or viral invader of any kind. So no matter what you might be struggling with, this is thought to be really helpful. It also helps with connection with nature, fear of the unknown, any kind of inner child work or higher self type work, as well as unconditional love, just connection with spirit in general. So that's moss agate. You had trouble sleeping too? Yeah. I did too. Must be something with this new moon. Must be a lot of power going through. Labradorite also helps with sleep. It's also great with study and research, going through really detailed information. So if you're studying, researching, coding, looking at big amounts of data and trying to extrapolate the finer points and be really cognizant of accuracy, an excellent stone. This is also a good stone for anyone who wants to travel and have some joy while they do it. This is a great one to bring with you when you travel. It also aids sleep, so a lot of folks use it when they're traveling to help with jet lag. So this can be helpful. So this is labradorite. And sorry for the digging around there. This is amethyst, which is also superb for sleeping better. It's also great for taking responsibility for ourselves and not being overly responsible, taking on the responsibility of others. It's very much linked with 12 steps for those reasons especially, but anytime that we're doing any self-healing work or being open to seeing ourselves for improvement, this helps us to not get too down on ourselves at the same time. So that's amethyst. Oop. There we go. So that should help. And with Chris, let's see. Definitely let's bring in some emerald. This can help with bronchitis, lungs, upper respiratory, all the things. It's also good for getting your zest for life back. If you feel like just sort of stuck in a rut, it's a great stone. Also used for confidence, especially confidence in your appearance. Especially great for those who have been like bullied about their appearance or belittled about it. Yeah, emerald is wonderful, but I often use it for healing skin and tissue, but it's wonderful for the upper respiratory tract too. Yeah, get well soon, Chris. Releasing negativity in general. Let's also do some Dalmatian Jasper. It's great for energy clearing. It's actually black tourmaline that's going through Jasper, and in this case white Jasper. Black tourmaline helps to repel or deflect any negative energy. This helps with clearing our auric field. It's wonderful for that. The aspect of cooperation it brings can be helpful too. So if we're clearing ourselves of negativity and we're extending an opportunity for those around us to do the same, a lot of times this can help cooperation. It's also thought to really help digestive issues too. So if you're having any tummy troubles, maybe this can be of help. And another one that's great for colds and just kind of feeling ill is carnelian. And by the way, for those of you who are here, you may already know this. I ran a poll. This is going to be the last 10 a.m. Tuesday stream that I do. It's going to be, 10 a.m. Tuesday stream that I do. This will be the last 10 a.m. Tuesday stream that I do. It will go to Tuesdays at 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. So it'll starting next week. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all of you who took the poll and helped steer the time frame. I really appreciate it. And now I know when I have time for extra pop-up streams, I know a good secondary time to do that is 6 p.m. on Thursday. So thank you for letting me know about that. But yeah, and thank you all for being here in general. So this is carnelian. This helps with everything involved with the sacral chakra. So relationships, attracting a mate, fertility, sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction. But it's also really helpful for colds, allergies, and also wound healing. It has some indications there too. Yeah, you're really awake this early. Yeah, this is by far our lowest rated stream time. And it's kind of lowering the average for the channel by a lot, unfortunately. So yeah, need to switch it up, which is fine with me. I mean, I'm here. I'm here. This is, filmed in my apartment. I'm happy to switch the times around to whatever works better for folks. We have thought about Korakara's stepfather. We have the rutilated. Also, the pyrite was very much with your mom in mind. I'm also going to grab some citrine to help us manifest some financial abundance too. I can absolutely add some bloodstone. I was just thinking about that actually. Thank you for that. Yeah, citrine can be really helpful when we're calling in financial abundance. It's one that in Western feng shui we would put in the back left corner of a room or a home. You can also put it in the cash box or your wallet or anywhere that you associate with bringing in money. So yeah, citrine there. There we go. Ooh, interesting lore about bloodstone from an old grimoire. Oh, tell me more about that later. I'm all about it. I'm also, speaking of old grimoire, about stones, I rediscovered this book. It was gifted to me by one of the jewelers on Jewelers Row. The Curious Lore of Precious Stones. This was originally published in 1913 and cites works back to the 1500s and there before. It is really cool. So yeah, it's originally published in 1913. It's been republished and republished and republished. But yeah, absolutely stunning stuff in here. Interesting stuff I've never found anywhere else. Totally love it. The Curious Lore of Precious Stones by George Frederick Coons. 100 years old this year. Obviously, that copy printed in the 70s. Bloodstone. I'm going to put in some more stones for you too, Chris. Let's see. Mother, prosperity, longevity, financial abundance. Stepfather's colon cancer. Bloodstone. Let's put in some bloodstone. This is like my emotional stuff hits the fan stone. It's great for like quieting the mind and relieving self-doubt, which in and of themselves can be really powerful things. But when it comes to going through some really emotional, difficult times, or emotional difficulties kind of being rehashed for some reason, this can be very, very helpful. Basically, it lifts really intense despair. It can help with emotional stamina and perseverance in a sense. So if you're going through something that's emotionally trying over a long period of time, this can be a stone you work with for that extended period of time. It works with the root and the heart, so especially like heartbreak and things that just shatter your whole world, like losing your partner or something along those lines. Bloodstone for that. Bloodstone also goes by the name heliotrope. That book is cool. And it's still being reprinted. As it should be. But yeah, all the jewelers use it. Because a lot of times they get asked to work on jewelry that has very old relevance to it from anywhere in the world. You have jewelry that's been handed down. Where do you go to get it worked on? Jeweler's Row. So knowing all of the different things about what the different symbolism means can be really helpful. Golden Rays of Wealth and Acquisition. Absolutely pop a copy in your Amazon cart for sure. Ooh. It comes from the Grimoire of the Red Dragon. Protection while summoning. Wow. Sounds very protective. It's one of the billions of stones in the breastplate of the High Priest, too. Yeah, Golden Rays of Success and Acquisition. Definitely citrine. Harmony and Materialization. Let's go with Herkimer. Which I just saw. Or maybe I didn't. Yeah, here we go. Definitely being in the present moment and manifesting things for the highest good of all involved. Everyone and everything it touches, for everyone that is involved in what comes of it. This can help with discordant energy as well as your metabolism and even your intuitive connection. This is one that allows you to be in the present moment while you're also asking the universe to provide what you need. And being in the present moment is very helpful when we're thinking about where we want to go and what we'd like to bring in. So, Herkimer for sure. primary summoning tools, which I thought was, I think that's really interesting too. I'd not heard that of that stone. Super interesting. Let's also do some moonstone. We're still very much in the energy of that new moon in Pisces. So let's bring that out. Moonstone, of course, is good for so many things. So many things. Particularly when we're talking about connection with the divine cycles and rhythms and patterns of nature, which can be so easy to get pulled off of in modern times. But anytime we are doing any kind of magical work, this can be a really helpful stone. It helps us to connect with ancient wisdom and teachings. It helps us connect with the divine feminine. It's supportive of women's health. It's great for releasing patterns and accepting divine timing as well. So we'll bring in some moonstone. And I'm going to bring in just a couple more, and then we're going to head into the sending. For getting back the zest for life, we have emerald. We can also bring in, for Patty and Key, we'll bring in some jet. Jet is volcanically fossilized wood, so somewhere in between the black obsidian and the petrified wood we have here. This is one that allows us to be in the depths of our grief, but still able to process it. It keeps us from being so overwhelmed that we just are at a loss for everything, or just completely numb and shut down. So really helpful at processing grief and loss. Also excellent at calling back lost animals. So we're going to bring this in. Let's see, where shall we put it? Let's put it here and here. Keep them all in a line. Harmony, healing, and success to the Learn Reiki Philadelphia community. Yes, yes, please, please, yes and please, and thank yous. Yeah, I'm looking at these and I'm like, ooh, what else wants to come in? Let's definitely bring in some epidote. This helps with healing, illness, and injury, so this will support Chris. And it's also great for anyone that wants to connect with the fairy realm, anyone with issues of the skin or nervous system, and anyone who's struggling with like the negative self-talk, like when you're putting yourself down. Yeah, epidote's great for that. Looks very similar to Unikite. And I'm being looked at by a little Hattie cat. She's sitting there like a little audience member. It's adorable. You finally learned how fun your cat tunnel is. Good for you. I think also, given the astrology of right now, what I saw come up in everyone's card readings for this month, I've started doing the card readings for next month. If you haven't already looked, the tarot readings for all 12 signs for February are up. The definitely the continuation of the theme of making the changes, letting go of the things that have to do, letting go of any obligation that's holding us back, the things that are a drain on our personal energy, our focus, our time, our resources, that are not getting us in the direction of our future goals. So withdrawing our energy strategically and then redoubling that energy into what is important to us. So breaking commitments and making commitments. And Mookite can be helpful for that. Mookite also goes by Australia Jasper. It helps with making decisions and accepting change. So we're going to go ahead and bring this in. And I wanted to bring in some Tiger Eye. This is very protective too. It's another one just like a Labradorite with research and study. It can also help with protection against envy and jealousy. It's great for big picture thinking, strength, balance, decisiveness, courage, even entrepreneurial ventures. So whether you're actually taking on a new venture and leading like as an entrepreneur, or you're just thinking of things like a small business owner would have to, like having to have a little bit of yourself in all the little pieces to see how everything works. It helps with that sort of bird's eye vision. So this can be really helpful with making those decisions too, and then boldly like doing the thing you need to do. So let's go ahead and bring that in. And then we're going to do that part where I come up with the suggestion of a couple of stones and we vote. And then I send some healing to all of you. Woo. There we go. So let me take a peek at all of this and see what else might be really helpful. Just bear with me a few moments. So here's what I have for today. And this is a very much more physical healing grid, helping us sleep, helping us get some energy, but also some like spiritual stuff and manifesting stuff. So I feel like this could be really helpful. Definitely a lighter grid than normal as far as like how many stones, but much more dense. So the first stone to vote on is hematite. Hematite's a pretty common one that we use here. It's very, very grounding. It's thought to help with purging energy from the body, allowing us to better connect with the earth, where in Japanese culture, it's thought that the energy we no longer need is released through the feet. Actually, in acupuncture too, so in Chinese medicine as well. China and Japan often overlap in their understandings of energy because they're so close. This is one that, again, there's a lot written about it in the book that I was just mentioning. But we can see hematite as one that is thought to even clear throughout the blood because there's a high iron content. It's physically heavy, but when you crack it open, you can see the red. And that's why it was actually called hematite all the way back, because it looks like blood. So it's thought to cleanse the inside and outside of the body. So helps us connect with the earth, release that energy that we normally would connect with the earth and release through our feet. So hematite. It's thought to help purge the whole body of what we no longer need. The second is Aragonite. Now we normally work with Aragonite and Caribbean blue calcite, but today let's just work with Aragonite. This one is absolutely excellent for clearing all the energy centers, emotional strength, physical healing, relieves the tension we hold in our body from stress. Another good one for that is green calcite. But it's great for emotional stuff, healing old wounds, but also on the physical level, helping us to rebound and physically recover from things too. Very connected with the root chakra and the earth star chakra. That is, root is all of our basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, fear and safety kind of stuff. And the earth star is beneath that, and that has to do with how we show up in life and enact our soul's purpose. So it helps us feel grounded enough to act and be in our physical body. It can be very grounding and helps to calm an overactive mind. So this is Aragonite. But yeah, it's thought to speed physical healing. So it's a type of calcite that actually comes from mollusks. Yep. So go ahead and vote on which one you would like in the grid. If you are new here, just know that you're not limited to just one vote. Hint, hint. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is all about and what to expect, and then we're going to get into the healing. Also, if you haven't already hit that like button, consider doing so. I'd really appreciate it. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 14 years now, and I'm so happy to have you here today and be able to share this healing with all of you wherever you happen to be in the world and whenever you happen to be if you're watching this in the future. So Usui's style of Reiki was basically created by Mikao Usui and named for him in the early 1920s in Japan, but the concepts at the core of this system are ancient. The very concept of what energy is in relation to this system are best seen in Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, and in which everything and everyone has a soul, and everything and everyone's interconnected. Hey, Sasha, welcome back. And you understand. You understand how we do the vote. Absolutely. So with this energy of souls that we all have and us all being interconnected and inextricably linked, within that interconnectedness, there are additional forces at play, one of which is this sort of spiritually guided soul or life energy. And that's a rough translation of what Reiki actually means. So essentially what I'll be doing today is connecting to this energy that's already there, part of all of us, part of our interconnectedness, and directing more of it to you. This will allow your body, mind, and spirit to do what it does every day. Use that energy to the best of its ability, and this will kind of supercharge that a little bit. I feel everybody has access to Reiki all the time. That's the classical understanding of it. And so this is an energy that your body, mind, and spirit aren't unfamiliar with. At the same time, the way that you experience it today might be pretty new. You may notice some sensations in your physical body. You may notice your emotions coming up or being released. You may notice on a mental level that you're able to like think some things through and parse them out, or just realize some things or hear your sort of subconscious speak up. You may also have some more spiritual connection and intuition coming in, or just a really relaxing nap. And honestly, it's probably going to be some combination thereof. During the session, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to focus your mind. You don't have to quiet your mind. You don't have to meditate. You can. You can also just close your eyes, take a deep breath, see what happens. But you don't have to stay still. You may enjoy just sort of lying there with your eyes closed and a blanket on, like so many of you have already said you're doing. And you might decide, you know what, I really want to journal. I really want to bust out a few stretches or get a glass of water. You can do whatever you'd like on your end. This is your time for you, where I will send healing energy to you for 25 minutes. But if you're at a loss, just go ahead, close your eyes, and get as physically comfortable as you can, laying down, sitting up. It's up to you. I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly through several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I will turn up the music, which, if you want to learn more about our musical creator, her information is at the bottom of the description. Also, because we are all interconnected, it doesn't matter where you are in terms of miles and kilometers, and it doesn't matter when you are. So if you're watching this in the future, hi from the past, you just need to like have the intention that you're here, and guess what? You're connected. You can also, for those of you here who are here live, if you ever need some healing and I'm not live, go ahead and check out our past live stream healings. Pick one based on the thumbnail that the grid just speaks to you. Go ahead and enjoy. You can listen to the beginning and hanging out and all of the good joy around which crystals we're using, or skip right ahead to the healing by just moving the timer forward approximately to the 1 hour point, or just to where you see the lights begin to shift. But thank you so much for being here. I am here 5 times a week. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to go ahead and move this 10 a.m. Tuesday stream to 8 p.m. Tuesday stream, and that's East Coast US time, EST. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki classes, community Discord, one-on-one distance and in-person sessions, social media, crystal shop, all that good stuff, all linked in the description below or at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So thank you so much for being here. Let's get back into the grid and see what won. Oh, it's both. Yeah, it's both. It's never both. It's always both. It's always both. So let's go ahead and bring in some. Let's go ahead and bring in the Aragonite. And the hematite. Go. Yeah, I think we're doing well. And Vincent, intention for clear communication for the greatest, highest good. I love it. Let's do some sodalite and some blue tiger eye. Sodalite is a great empowerment tool of expression and communication. It helps with speaking, with writing, everything about the throat chakra and the expression side of things. It can help with clarity. And I'm going to put one here. And here. and blue tiger eye. Blue tiger eye helps with calm and easing stress, but even more importantly, public speaking, but any kind of communication that's like, it's gotta be, you gotta almost be overheard over what people don't want to hear. It protects truth tellers. It helps with facts over feelings. Like, I understand you feel this way, I understand you were excited about this, and unfortunately this is the case kind of stuff. This can be really helpful for speaking your truth, whether it's in writing or public speaking. So very much a communication stone, especially when there's tough stuff to be said, things that maybe don't want to be heard. And we also have some blue lace agate, which can be helpful too. So let's do this. So everybody get nice and comfy. I'm just finding the best spot for these. I know. Yeah, these don't always show the best on camera. There we go. Everybody get nice and comfortable, relax. As usual, I will send for 25 minutes. At the end of that, you'll hear my voice welcome you to come back, take a deep breath, and then I'll reopen the chat. We can discuss any experiences you had. I can answer any questions. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all in 25 minutes. I invite you to take a deep breath in and out. If you'd like, you can take some gentle stretches, whatever feels natural and comfortable. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and enter it into the chat, and I'll do my best to answer it. And if you've already gone ahead and taken a very necessary nap, that's totally cool too. For those of you who are here, just a reminder. Oh, you're so welcome, Grace. I hope you feel better. Just a reminder, this is the last time I'm doing a 10 a.m. Tuesday stream. This will become an 8 p.m. Tuesday stream next week. All the rest of the days of the week will remain the same. Wednesdays at 4 p.m., Fridays at 4 and 8 p.m., and Sundays at 8 p.m., all East Coast U.S. time. You're welcome, Grace. I definitely hope you feel better soon. And of course, you can subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity to join. You can also check out my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. If you want to learn more about my online Reiki classes, social media, crystal shop, or anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close now with so much gratitude for all of you. I will be back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. I hope you had a beautiful session. Thank you, Tales from the Script. It was wonderful to see you again. I'm so glad it was helpful. But all of you take care. I hope to see you all again soon. Be well and bye for now.